Good morning, guys. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hope we're all sparkly. It's been a long week. Been a good week. Richie Bostock, the breath guy, came to clinic. We'll follow up with some exciting news in the near future. Can't reveal too much. What should we talk about? Let's talk about the importance of hormonal stability in mental well-being. We need to go back to this idea that physiology is more important than psychology. At our core, we are animals, blessed, cursed with a higher state of consciousness. That higher state of consciousness should be wicked. We should be enjoying ourselves. We should be being productive. We should be looking after each other, not dragging each other down. Jealousy, hatred. Why are we such a peculiar species? It actually comes from the fact that we don't need to survive. Every other species on this planet is busy. They're busy surviving. Whether you're a predator or a prey, you have to be alert. You have to use your biology for its intended purpose. Now, we don't do that. What do? Wake up, have a scratch, drive to work, have a very stressful day, all psychological stress, need to earn my money, drive home, Netflix and chill hopefully, and then go to sleep, and then the cycle repeats. It's disturbing, really, but that's a lot of people's lives. We do need to go back to this concept of hunter-gatherer, using our biology for its intended purpose. Now, what is that? And how does it... Maddie! And how does it equate to Mother Nature? So, your anabolic processes predominate overnight. So your testosterone is being produced and being used, growing, repairing, preparing for the day. You also have a cortisol spike in the morning. So you've got your high testosterone, high cortisol. What are you supposed to do with those hormones? You are supposed to go and hunt. You are supposed to go and gather. So in the modern world, you could possibly do that, but exercise. Go and do some exercise. Go and earn your reward. And what should your reward be? Food. So I'm a big fan of time-restricted eating, not breaking my fast until after midday when I've done something. I'm normally at the gym for 6 o'clock, and I fast until probably 2 o'clock now. It works. It's actually how we should be living. Sorry, low battery, please start engine. What am I talking about? Yeah, so we need to sort of adhere to biology. When it comes to science, science is incredible, but nature will always be the master. We will always be the students. Now, we've gone down the wrong path. We do have a choice. Take the path of least resistance. No, don't take the path of least resistance. That's what's got us in trouble. Our higher state of consciousness goes, well, I want the reward, but I don't want to put any effort in. You need to put the effort in. It's incredibly important. You need to earn that dopamine reward. Drugs give you that reward, but it's an artificial state. A bit like testosterone, massively high testosterone. Gives you lots of drive and determination, but it's at the expense of empathy and insight. And you become a bit of a narcissist. We don't like narcissists. You like yourself, nobody else likes you. So we need to remember we are one. We are one consciousness, experiencing itself subjectively. So, yeah, we will always be the student. So we don't have to go down this same path of destruction. We're a very peculiar species. We commit suicide. We're the sickest species on the planet. Something is very wrong. Let's take a step back and remember that physiology affects psychology. We should be loving life. Our highest state of consciousness, we should be having a ball. We should be productive, but we should be loving it. So there's something very wrong with the model that we voluntarily commit suicide to find a semblance of peace. So let's get back to physiology over psychology. Now, when it comes to hormones, we want stable male androgen levels. Do we? We want normal male androgen levels. We want to mimic physiology as close as damn it. The most effective way of doing that, in the majority of cases, is microdosing daily test CYP and HCG. By the very nature of injecting a drug, you cause a slight spike. We have stable male androgen levels, but a slight spike in the morning when you inject. Is it perfect? No. Is it as close as damn it to perfect? I would argue yes. We don't like fluctuating hormone levels. Now I'm going to use females as an example. I'm going to get in trouble for this. PMT, premenstrual tension. Now, some ladies suffer from this and they cannot control their emotions despite their best attempts. We know about it, don't we? But they cannot control their emotions. They know it's going to happen. It happens every month. So why can't you control your emotions? My God, you should be experts. You can't control your emotions because physiology is more important than psychology. Physiology directly affects your psychology. So it is actually your hormones. Why are you behaving like this? It's actually your hormones. And sometimes it really is beyond your control. Now it's fascinating, isn't it? Everybody mistakenly thinks it's directly estrogen. It's not, it's actually progesterone. But progesterone interferes with estradiol. It is a complicated mechanism, but fluctuations in hormone levels cause a response. Hormones are chemical messengers. They deliver the message has to be read and acted upon. We are physical beings. The psychological impact of that physical change is unavoidable. So when we talk about the need for stable male androgen levels, we need stable male androgen levels. We want to mimic natural physiology as close as damn it. All hormones are dependent on each other. So we must try and establish balance within the body. We have anabolic versus catabolic, sympathetic versus parasympathetic. We shouldn't underestimate the importance of healthy male androgen levels. Incredibly important. So when I bang on about normal, it sounds a bit boring, doesn't it? But it's not. You're designed, and I say this flippantly, but I say this actually with truth. You're designed to fight and fornicate. Why do you want to defy your genetics and physiology to be something that you're not? So people with high testosterone Lots of drive, lots of determination, but they lack empathy and insight. Just look at narcissistic personality disorder. Read it, and then think of somebody with high testosterone. Tick, 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 tick. It's incurable. It's actually incurable. So I would suggest that you reduce your levels. So getting back to the topic at hand, testosterone deficiency. One of the major presenting symptoms of testosterone deficiency is low mood, anxiety, and or depersonalization. But let's go back to it. Physiology is more important than psychology. If you normalize your physiology, hopefully your psychological status will improve. I can't make guarantees because testosterone is merely a foundation. There are lots of other factors that can influence your psychological health. So I'm not promising that it will cure anything, but it serves as a platform for you to build upon. A platform for you to build upon your lifestyle, your diet, your exercise, and hopefully having a different sense of perspective. Because it's lost, isn't it, in this world? And you've likely got yourself into this trouble because you followed the path of least resistance. Because we don't need to survive. So it's a safe world. Every other species on the planet is fighting to survive, and we're not. Wandering around, but we've still got those innate drives. The sympathetic fight, flight, parasympathetic rest, relaxation, social engagement. So when we're upset, when we're angry, when we're irritated, the default position, because we don't need to survive, is to go back into that sense of negativity. And then we need to redress that. Listen, it's all about shifting perspectives. Normal male androgen levels. The most effective way of doing that is microdosing.